Hi everyone, this is Adi from Adi's Crafts and Things. Today we're going to be talking about granny squares and a couple different ways to do them. So grab your hook, your yarn, and let's get started. Hi, welcome back. So like I said, we're going to be looking at how to make all these lovely granny squares. You can always change the colors, and I'll do that in a different video on how to change the colors and how to start a new row with a different color. But for now, we're just going to focus on two different ways to do a granny square. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with a magic ring or a magic circle. I do have a video already explaining how to get this done. If you haven't seen it or you want to learn how to do it, please go ahead and go to that video. I'll just pop it in the description. So from here, I'm just gonna do a 3 chain to get started, and I'm gonna do 2 double crochets. This is in US, by the way, US terminology. I do have another video that touches a little bit on the difference between US and UK, so I'll link that one too in the description. Make sure you watch that. All right, I'm gonna do a 2 chain, and then I'm gonna do 3 double crochets. Now there's a lot of different ways of making granny squares. So some of it is just going to be down to your preference. Chain 2, we're going to repeat that another 2 times. Yeah, so this is just the most basic granny square that I know how to make. It's worked very well every time that I've made it. Haven't had any wonky effects on my granny squares yet. And then chain 2. Now from here, I'm going to close my magic ring. And then I'm going to join the last and the first stitch together by doing a slip stitch. So I'm going to go to the 3rd chain here, turn over, pull through, and pull through. All right, so from here we've got a couple options. So I'm going to show you first how to do it by turning your work. So this way, what's going to happen is that you're going to have 2 sides to your granny square. So this one, you'll see that every other row is on the right side, and then the other rows are on the wrong side. So if I turn this around, it'll have a similar effect. So you'll see this is wrong side, right side, wrong side, right side. This is good for like blankets or anything that you have that is going to have 2 sides to the item that is going to be visible at any point in time. And it's also probably the easiest to make. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn my work around, and in the chain 2 space, I'm going to do a slip stitch. And I'm going to do chain 3. I'm going to do 2 double crochets into the same space. I'm going to chain 2. And then 2 or 3 double crochets into the same space. And 3. Chain 1, and then 3 double crochets onto the next corner. 2, 3. Chain 2, yarn over, 3 double crochets, still in the same space. chain 1, and then again onto the next corner here, 3 double crochets, two chains, 3 double crochets, chain 1, last corner, 3 double crochets, oh wait, that was 3, yeah, that was 3, chain 2, 3 double crochets again, chain 1, and then we go to the first, over here we're going to go to the 3rd chain. It's a little bit complicated on this one, and then we're just going to do a slip stitch. Okay, and then we work around from here. If you wanted to, you just like do the 3 chain from here, that's fine. I do find that making it straight onto the hole makes it a little bit neater for me. So I'm still gonna go ahead and do a slip stitch on this side. Oh, come on. And then I'm gonna do my 3 chains and 2 double crochets into this space. Chain 1, and then we're going to repeat what we did on the 2nd row of doing 3 double crochets into the corner, 2 chain, and then another 3. You're going to repeat this all the way around that row until you get back to the beginning. Okay, so this is going to keep it from getting wonky for some reason. Whenever you keep going in the same direction every time, work starts getting a little funky looking, so it'll start like leaning, like spiraling almost. This is going to keep it from spiraling because you're turning your work around after every row. Okay, now if you wanted to go in the same direction, if you wanted to make it all be right side like this, so you'll see all of these are on the right side, and then on this one is all the wrong side. This is fantastic for items like you're going to wear, for example, with like cardigans or vests, bags, things like that, that only is going to have one side facing out and the inside is not going to be visible to everybody else. Then this makes it look much cleaner. So in order to do that, if I wanted to continue on the right side for this row, instead of turning your work around, what I do is just do slip stitches until you get to the corner. And then from here, I would start my next row. Okay, so chain 3, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then 3 double crochets. So what this does is that it just carries the yarn over from wherever you start the next row over here. It makes it nice and seamless until you get to here, and then you're able to start your granny square clusters and just go from there. You just repeat this after every row. Be mindful, if you make them too big, they will start swirling a little bit. So if you do it with small squares like I did with this one, you're not going to notice it. It's not going to like start spiraling much, but the bigger it gets, the more it spirals. So just be mindful of that whenever you're working your granny squares. All right. Hope that was helpful. Yeah, just make sure that you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.